Gas thief revenge. I finally caught the man who had been sabotaging my weekends, and the payoff was better than I ever imagined. For months, I noticed something bizarre. Every time I went to mow my lawn, my 5-gallon gas can was almost bone dry, even though my mower barely uses a quart per session. I knew I wasn't losing that much fuel to evaporation. My neighbor Garrett was always tinkering in his yard, but I realized I never actually saw him at a gas station. Since this was before everyone had smart doorbells, I rigged a webcam to my laptop and hid it in the window facing my backyard. Sure enough, 5 minutes after I pulled out of the driveway for work, the footage showed Garrett sneaking over, hauling my gas can to his car and mower, and then sneaking it back like a ghost. I decided to give Garrett exactly what he was looking for, but with a personal touch. For the next week, I didn't pour a single drop of gasoline into that can. Instead, every single time I had to go pee, I used that gas can. By the end of the week, it was full of a liquid that smelled just enough like fuel to fool a thief, but was definitely not combustible. On Saturday morning, I made a huge show of packing my car and checking my fluids, making sure Garrett saw me preparing for a long road trip. I told him I'd be gone for a few days and headed out. I looped around the block and came back an hour later, pretending I had car trouble. The scene in his front yard was absolute gold. Garrett was out there tugging on the starter rope of his lawnmower so hard I thought he was going to have a stroke. His face was beet red, and he was screaming strings of profanities at the machine. Later that afternoon, I watched him hop into his sedan to run an errand. He made it about 2 blocks down the road before his engine coughed, sputtered, and died right in the middle of the intersection. I checked my patio afterward. The can was completely empty. But Garrett wasn't just a petty thief. He was a genuine menace. After doing some digging, I found out he had several outstanding warrants. To put the final nail in the coffin, I signed up for a local sheriff's ride-along program and used his name and address for the background check reference. The deputies showed up at his door to verify the application, found the warrants, and Garrett left the neighborhood in handcuffs. My gas can has stayed full ever since.